What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode, Fish and GrubbZ. Alright folks, so we're doing things a little bit different again today. So yesterday, Bo Sox, they won the World Series. Pretty pumped about that. Today, we're going to do a fishing challenge. We're going to try and throw a bait that we've never caught a fish on. And we're going to be doing it from shore. And we're going to see what we can do. Now is the time of year, they say, to catch fish on a lipless crankbait. Now, I have never dedicated time to a lipless crankbait, and I really don't spend much time throwing crankbaits in general. Today, that's our goal. Right now, we're at the county stores here in Milford, New Hampshire. We're going to go in there. We're going to see if we can find us a lipless. We're going to get out to the pond and start fishing from shore. We don't have a ton of time. It's about 2 o'clock. Sun's going down at about 5:30. So, it's been a cold, rainy, gross day today. This is a 1 rod, 1 reel, 1 bait challenge with the chance of a bonus round if we catch a fish on the lipless. We are going to be using the Piscifun rod and reel that was sent to us. Now, when we first got that rod and reel and the first challenge we did with it, it was backlashing like crazy because I'm an idiot and did not adjust the internal brakes. What we did is we took it apart, we went in the inside, we changed it to 1, and it's working so much better. It is not backlashing on us whatsoever, and we're going to get out there today and really try and review the rod and the reel. So it's going to be a rod and the reel review along with a fishing challenge on a bait that we've never caught a fish on. So let's get out there. All right, folks, here we are. This is our lipless. We went with a bluegill imitation. I'm sorry, actually, it looks more like a pumpkin seed, but still, sunfish imitation. We're here where we just caught that awesome fish on the burrito bluegill pattern. So we're gonna toss this and see if we can't get our very first fish ever on a lipless crankbait. I have a good feeling about this today, folks. So, pop this baby open. War Pig, 1/2 ounce, 3-inch with the rattle. Let's see what we can do, folks. If we get a fish or 2 on this, especially if it happens fast, what we're gonna do is we're gonna change it up and see if we can't get another fish on a big lure that we have not got a fish on. But let's focus on this one first, and if we get a fish on it, we'll see what we can do. But for now, 1 rod, 1 reel, 1 lure challenge. We got the Piscifun Torrent rod with the Phantom reel now fixed and working. So that's nice. Let's do this. Yes! Yes! That is it, folks. My very first fish on a lipless crankbait. That is awesome. Oh man. Sweet. Nice. Oh. Goes to show when you just take the time to dedicate to learning about a lure, tossing it the way it says to, and doing different cadences, you get yourself fish. Might be just a little guy, but we got him. All right, well, now that we got plenty of time, let's set a timer See if we can get another fish or two on this lure that we just found out we can catch fish on. Man, so pumped about that. So let's see if we can get a couple more fish on this, set an alarm, and then see if we can't get a fish on a different lure that we've never caught a fish on, because that'd be cool. 2 in 1 day. So we're gonna give this lure 1 full hour. All right, folks, 1 full hour left on that lure. And we haven't been out here but 15 minutes. We already got one. There we go. So far, the one catch that we got, and almost all the casts have been great. This rod and reel is definitely living up to what I thought it would be at first. I'm glad it was me that made a mistake. And that's why it was backlashing like crazy. So we're pumped. Hopefully we can get another fish before we change baits. That way we can really evaluate how this thing does, maybe on something a little bit bigger. But we're sure to catch a ton of fish on this setup in the future. Fish. Decent one. Decent bass. Great fight. Yes. Folks, 1 rod, 1 reel, 1 lure challenge, 2 fish, crushing it. Oh, it's awesome. All right, folks, that's fish number 2. Awesome. Who'd have known I would come out here with a lure I've never used before and actually have a blast. This is awesome. Nice. 2 fish. So nice. So we're doing like a slow reel with a twitch every few seconds or so. Just a slow reel and a twitch, and that's what's got both fish on this lipless crankbait today. Huge shout out to Gordon over at the county stores. Guys, go check him out. check out his lures. He's the man. It was awesome going to see him today, picking this little bait up. He wished us all luck. We did the dog tag fishing challenge with Gordon, so if you want to see that, we'll leave it linked below. Man, it's turned into a great day. Didn't have a lot of time, only a couple hours out here, and I've already got 2 fish. That last one was a nice one. Super short, but wicked stocky. Love that. Got a million things on this wrap, okay? Today, though, we're gonna be throwing what SPRO sent us. This is a slow sink. This is also done by Bill, and this is in like a mackerel color. But Bill said the fall was the time for the slow sink. We're gonna put that thing on the big swim bait rod, throw right away. Let's see if we can't get us one more fish before the night falls. Slow sink BBZ1. This is the 6-inch. All right, folks, last cast. Today was definitely a successful mission for the first half and a complete failure for the second half, seeing as how we put our lure that we wanted to catch a fish on in a tree. And because of that, we're gonna do a little bit of a giveaway. So let's get back to the car. We'll go over what we're gonna give away today. We're pumped we got those 2 fish on a brand new bait. And that's what kind of made today great. Let's get out to the car. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I have to head back home. I'm freaking starving. Kids are waiting for me. I have a longer day of fishing coming up on Wednesday, so we'll actually be able to really try and get after some fish. It is that time of the year, though, where really only one matters. And today we got 2 on a brand new bait. Then we tried to do things a little bit differently and do a second half of the challenge on another bait that we have never caught a fish on. Well, after a few casts, we decided to cast our BBZ1 right into a fucking tree. So because of that, we're gonna give this one here away. So this is the exact same thing we threw in the tree, except for this one here is a floater. So it's kind of like the rat. This one's gonna float on top. So the rules to be entered into winning this BBZ1 6-inch swim bait, all you need to do, make sure you're subscribed, hit that bell notification, hit the like button, and comment down below, "You're a loser, Grubby," or something to that nature. Just give me some crap for losing the second half of the challenge. Give me some crap for throwing in the tree. Just leave a damn comment. You'll be entered in. I will be checking to make sure you're subscribed, so be subscribed, hit the bell, hit the like, comment, and you can win this BBZ1 6-inch swim bait. Pretty awesome. Shad color here. Some good stuff. So I'm gonna get going home. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Fishing GrubbZ. Fish out! we have our Piscifun Torrent rod paired with the Phantom reel. We had a blast with this thing when we figured out what the heck was going on. So with the rod here, we have a 7.6 medium heavy, medium fast action. It can hold 14 to 30 pound test. The lure weight it can support is 1/2 to 1.5 ounces. This rod, throughout all of the time we've spent using this rod and reel pairing, has been great. The one issue I had was with the reel, and that's because I am an idiot. So in this reel, you pop the top off here, and inside you have a centrifugal brake. This thing was set to 0 factory. In my personal opinion, what I would probably start doing is I would start sending this out factory at 1, just because at 1 you can pick this thing up and just start casting like normal. And if you're a beginner, you can pop this thing open and, you know, click it up a couple notches, or if you're using like, you know, the heaviest lure this thing can support, maybe you can go in and click it up to 2 or something. When I first started casting this thing, it was set at 0. I had set my magnetic brake and my tension knob, you know, to where, I don't know if you know much about bait casters. If you do not, that when you set your tension knob, basically you're just kind of like seeing how fast your bait falls, free fall. So, you know, you basically just want it to fall at kind of a slower, steadier rate, not just like drop straight to the ground. So that was set. My magnetic brakes, I turned all the way up to 10, and I was getting backlash on every single cast, and I was getting really super upset. So, and I didn't really even put it in the video because I caught so many fish. I actually ended up winning the challenge. It was my first challenge I ever won. If you haven't seen that challenge video where I backlashed about every single cast that you saw, it actually helped me catch some fish, I think, because I was like fiddling around with my backlash, and half the time when I lifted up the wacky rig, there was a fish on. Yeah, that's just how life works sometimes, and I ended up winning. So it could have actually helped me, but it was super annoying, and I was getting really angry, and I totally forgot. I even watched a darn video before this reel came in. I totally forgot about the inside brakes because I'm just silly. And after that video came out, the guy who sent me this rod and reel setup, he contacted me and was like, "Oh dude, did you forget to do the inside brakes?" And I was like, yes, because I'm a moron. So once I had that dialed in, folks, this thing has been working like a champion. It's a great rod. It's a great reel so far. Now, I have some other rods and reels that have lasted me a long time and never given me a lick of trouble, and I have couple rods that I spent a good amount of money on. I threw some lures that were a little bit heavier than what the rod had told me to use, and some of the eyelets are breaking off at the top, which kind of sucks, and sometimes they just like pop off. So let's give this thing a full, grubby welcome to the arsenal. We're going to be throwing a bunch of stuff with this. It handles everything very well. As you guys saw earlier today on the challenge, this lipless was, it handled this thing great. We didn't catch any giants, so that's the other thing we really need to do to really test this rod, is to catch a fish of size, at least 3 pounds plus. We really want to see how this thing does with the big fish. That's going to be huge coming up here. So this Piscifun Phantom reel, let me just break it down for you real quick. It has 7 bearings. It's a 7.0 to 1 gear ratio, so this thing's pretty quick. It's only 5.7 ounces, so it's super, super lightweight. 5.7 ounces, I mean, that's beautiful. All carbon fiber, pretty much the whole darn thing. You've got a 6-pin centrifugal braking system on the inside, folks. Let me just repeat that for you. It's on the frickin' inside. You gotta take the frickin' thing off. You gotta futz with it. It's on the inside. Set it to 1. That's really, I mean, that's all you need to set it to. I set it a little bit higher at first, and my casts just were not going super far. If I had a super heavy lure on, then we could go that route. But you don't need to. Go inside, 6-pin, and set that darn thing. Then you got the 0 to 10 as normal magnetic braking system. And then you have your tension knob, which you need to make sure you're resetting for each lure that you tie on, if they're different weights. On the outside, both of the handle here is carbon fiber, and it's so sweet. I actually really enjoy the green there. It's freaking dope. Anyways, carbon fiber drag knob. So the little knob on here, this little star knob, that's carbon fiber as well. So that's not plastic. That's not gonna break on you, which is dope. You got both of the side plates here. Those are both made of carbon fiber. The gear shaft and the main gear are a high grade aluminum, super strong stuff. And then the spool itself, which I have all lined up, is also a hollowed out aluminum spool to cut down on weight. This setup is dope, folks. I'm really enjoying it. It is not super expensive. We're gonna leave the price of the reel here, the rod here. You're looking to not spend it too much. You go on Amazon or you go on their website. I'll leave all the links below if you want to check this thing out for yourself. Just remember, as soon as you get it, open it up and set it to 1. You'll be all set. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That concludes today's episode. This thing is a blast. And if you enjoyed today's episode, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification. We're gonna be doing lots of fishing, ice fishing coming up. My next how-to video is going to be how to set up and get ready for ice fishing. So that's gonna be coming up shortly. Hopefully today or tomorrow. We have 6 brand new flags coming in, and they're not lined. So we're gonna do a how-to video on how to get set up and ready for ice fishing, what I like to do to prepare for that. We're gonna be doing more reviews on stuff since we got this beautiful office now. Life is good, folks. We are having some fun. Fishing grubs, quality stuff here, folks. So do yourself a favor, and if you've got a budget, but you want something quality, give it a whirl. Set it to 1. Set it to 1. Set it to 1. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Fishing Grubs. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. I got tons of stuff to do today, and I gotta go to work. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Fishing Grubs. Fish out!